just past Leesport Plaza. I thought it said Leesport Pizza. I'm really in the mood for pizza. It's kind of funny. So I'm just like seeing signs for pizza that don't exist. And I'm in Pennsylvania, so I feel like I could trust the pizza in Pennsylvania. So, yeah. It might not be New York or New Jersey pizza, but it's good. It's decent. Thank you very much. Thank you. That was very nice of you to cut me off like that. Wasn't that nice of him? I thought it was beautiful. So I left you guys yesterday evening in Maryland. I went on to Virginia. And then today I went back through Maryland into Delaware and New Jersey, and now we're in Pennsylvania, and we'll be here for the rest of the night. These roads aren't the most fun roads to drive on. There's a lot of switchbacks, a lot of uphills, a lot of downhills. Before I started streaming just now, I was taking a turn onto a new road like every 6.5 miles. Pennsylvania is not the hardest state to drive in, but it could be really annoying if you have to go somewhere where there's no major highways. Just constant turns, and it just takes a lot longer to get somewhere. So 35 miles might take an hour and 15 minutes, etc. 70 miles might take 2.5 hours. And that just eats away at your day. What up, guys? How you doing? Managing the visibility through the windshield can be a little tricky in these conditions because it's humid, but it's kind of cool, but kind of hot, and it's drizzling. So hopefully we can see through the windshield this evening. So for those of you who didn't know, Pennsylvania literally means Penn's Woods. So William Penn was, I guess the founder of Pennsylvania. I mean, a few other people founded Pennsylvania as well. But William Penn founded Pennsylvania, and then Sylvania. So Sylvan is the Latin root for trees, woods, etc. So that's why it's called Penn's Woods. So there you go. A little Latin and a little history about Pennsylvania, all wrapped up into one. Wet conditions obviously aren't optimal in the truck. It is summer, fall right now, so everything should be okay. The worst conditions are just ice. Any kind of ice with any kind of like overlay of wet snow or rain is the most dangerous conditions to be around in the truck. Sorry if the windshield makes things a little weird tonight. I am trying to do the best I can in regards to managing how it looks for you guys. This is a pretty easy road in Pennsylvania. We will be getting into some harder roads. I'm just concerned that we won't have reception. So we're going to be in Pennsylvania for the rest of the night. I'm not sure how long I'm going to stream. I don't want to like give away what goes on at some of the places I pick up. But once I finally pick up what I'm picking up, I'm going to Atlanta. So from the middle of Pennsylvania to Atlanta. So the whole trip, something like 950 miles. I guess like I could, well, let me do the math from here because we're still not at the pickup. So the whole trip is about 950, 960 miles from here to Atlanta. Georgia. And it's a little annoying. The most efficient route is going to be like through Baltimore and DC, which we were already in Baltimore and DC yesterday, and it's just full of traffic, full of cars and bad drivers, and so it's so much. I wouldn't say it's necessarily. I guess I could say harder, but I don't really feel like it's harder. It's more frustrating to drive in the east than it is in the west. I would say, like, in general, when you're in the western United States, like, the drive is easier than it is here. But when it gets hard in the west, it's very, very difficult to drive a semi. When it gets hard in the east, it never really gets too difficult. But like the difficulty level is just like, I don't know, around like a 6, maybe like a 5, maybe like a 5 in places like states like Pennsylvania, where in states like Montana, like the difficulty level a lot of the time is like a 1 or a 2, but then it could ratchet up to like a 9 or a 10 depending where you are. So I'd rather be in Montana in the truck than Pennsylvania. A lot of drivers would rather be in Pennsylvania than Montana. I don't get to go out west a lot with what I do now, which sucks, but I make more money this way, so it's a give and take. I'd rather be out west in the truck. I'd rather be out west in general probably too, but I'd definitely rather be out west in the truck. Some of these roads are jacked up. Some of them are okay. Some of them are okay. It's just the fact that they're winding and up and down and tight spaces that make it so hard to go anywhere in any kind of time. Like, it's so, I mean, that sucks too. Like, if your time is eaten up, then you don't have as much time as you would have had earlier in the day, etc. Or I mean, in a normal day, so you can't make as much money necessarily. I'm not able to like kind of like blow it wide open, if you kind of understand that phrase, on the East Coast, whereas when I'm in the West, I could just, I don't know, I could just go 80 for like hours on end. That never happens on the East Coast, ever. I do kind of enjoy being walled in like this once in a while. I think because when I first started, like being walled in like this, like with walls on both sides of the truck, that was the thing that made me nervous. I always thought I was going to hit a wall. And then when I learned how to drive, I was like, oh, this isn't so bad. So I guess it just brings me back to the time when I learned and how nervous I would be. Whereas now it's like, whatever. So we're passing over the 78 in Pennsylvania. We are not getting on the 78. We're going to continue on back roads right now. The sky looks pretty sick right now. That's a plus. Soon it will be black. Soon it will be black. What up, Tim? What up, DM? Hey, Wavy. Hey, Evelyn. What's going on? Right now, I'm on the 61. The 61 in pretty much dead center Pennsylvania. Actually, This is like more eastern Pennsylvania than dead center, but I will be ending up like dead center in Pennsylvania a little bit. So this is Highway 61. Not 16, but 61. And we are going 41 miles an hour right now. Not 14, but 41 miles an hour. Or... oh my. What is that? 41 miles is like what, 63 or 64 or 65 kilometers an hour?